By the end of today's episode, you'll know how to build real confidence in your acting choices without becoming rigid or defensive when a director gives feedback. Welcome to the Actor's Career Compass, where we help aspiring screen actors find high-quality auditions, sign with great agents, and book major roles in legit productions. I'm your host, Martin Benson, and today I'll be covering why trusting your creative instincts actually makes you more directable, not less, how to detach from your choices emotionally so you can adjust fast, and a simple rehearsal mindset that builds confidence and humility at the same time. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, take a quick second to pause the video and comment below. Do you tend to get stuck with your first choice, or do you find it easy to take feedback and change things right away? All right, first of all, confidence and humility are not opposites. The best actors are confident in the process. They trust their instincts enough to commit fully to a choice, but they also trust the director enough to let go fast when given direction. It's not about being right, it's about making clear choices and knowing that the director or the casting director is okay when you're wrong, as long as you can make adjustments. So step one, make a strong choice, then label it as temporary. When you prep a scene, commit fully to your choices in rehearsal. Go all in. But when you step on set or into the audition room, imagine your choices are written in pencil, not ink. You're saying to yourself, this is my best idea right now, but I'm ready to erase it if we find something better. That balance is going to help you keep your performance alive and flexible. Step two is separate confidence in the work from attachment to the choice. Confidence means believing that you have something valuable to offer. Attachment means believing your version is the only one that works, right? You want the first, not the second. I've actually had actors who I've worked with on scenes for reels, because we produce scenes for reels, and occasionally they may have made a choice and then they don't trust the directing. And of course, at the end of the day, it's their scene, right? They're paying for the scene, so they kind of have that choice. But what is problematic is that they're not open enough to consider alternatives. And so it limits them. Whereas if they had offered or taken the direction and tried different versions, they might have, as many of my other clients have found, they might have found that, oh, this other way actually is even more interesting and might work better than what I thought originally. Right? So it's the same thing when you're doing auditions or you're on set. You want to make sure that you're very open to going along with things and trying things rather than fighting against them or worrying like, oh, if I do this, then I can't go back, right? You can always go back, and most of the time you've even gotten the footage recorded of the other take, so why not try something new this time? When a director gives you a note that contradicts your instincts, just try saying, got it, let me try it that way this time. By the way, don't just BS the director either. If you don't agree or you don't understand, just ask. Tell them your thoughts, but not in a defensive way, more in like a, hey, I'm trying to understand so I can give you what you want kind of way. And then once they explain, it's your job to commit to the idea as if it were your own. Okay? Often after playing it their way, the two of you discover a hybrid that's even stronger than either of your first ideas. That's the magic middle ground between confidence and humility. Step three is to build a habit of detaching. You can literally practice detachment between takes or auditions, right? After you do a scene, quietly tell yourself, that was one version, not that was great, not that was terrible, just that was one version. And then you shake it off, you take a breath, and you imagine erasing a whiteboard, right? You fully committed to that moment, but now you're completely open after it. At the end of the day, a director giving you a note doesn't mean you are wrong. It just means that they see it a bit differently, and that's completely fine. And now you get to try it that way. Professional actors love notes because they know that each note makes the performance more specific. Each adjustment deepens their understanding of the scene, and the more directable that they are, the more the director will trust them for future roles. Okay? So here's an exercise that you can try this week. Pick a short scene or a monologue. Make a strong choice. Don't hold back. Perform it fully. Now do it again, but intentionally make the exact opposite choice. You'll find that your performance doesn't fall apart. It gets even more dimensional, right? You can go back and then perform it a third way where maybe it's even something totally different. The whole idea is that as you do it in many different ways, it starts to expand your range. That's what directors and audiences love to see, the multidimensionality of 3D people in real life. We're all very complex, so we want to show that. Well, thanks for listening. Now, if you want to go deeper on making strong choices, I highly recommend checking out episode number 193, Stop Playing It Safe, Auditions That Give Casting Directors Goosebumps. In that episode, I dive deep on making bold choices that still feel real. Again, it's episode number 193, Stop Playing It Safe, Auditions That Give Casting Directors Goosebumps. It's on the Actor's Career Compass. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.